Hello, I'm Paul from Find My Footwear, and today we're going to take a look at the best Brooks running shoes for flat feet. Now, first of all, flat feet, what do we mean by that term? Because it's a term that's bandied around quite a lot, and essentially it just refers to the shape of the arch in the foot, not necessarily the function. And it's an important thing to differentiate because you've got 26 bones in the foot, 33 joints. The foot is a very complicated structure, and all those bones and joints and muscles and tendons and ligaments, there's a lot going on. They're all there to flex and help the foot absorb the impact and push off when you're walking, running, jumping, going about your day-to-day activities. Flat feet is often simply a term that refers to a foot with no visible arch when you're stood still. But it's important to remember that the arch is dynamic, regardless of the shape of it, regardless as if it appears to be a very high arch or a very flat foot, no visible arch. It's essentially the function of it, how that foot moves. So often people with flat feet do encounter injury problems and aches and pains and concerns that we should be aware of, but it doesn't guarantee it. People with very flexible feet can have the same number of aches and pains and injuries, but often people with flat feet are kind of filtered towards support type shoes. And I guess that's because there's a higher incidence rate of injuries and concerns for people with flat feet. So it's with that in mind, people that need a little bit of stability and control, whether it's walking or running, that we're going to look at the shoes from Brooks today that might be more suitable for people with flat feet. Now, this is a subject that there may be questions on, so give the video a full watch to the end. Hopefully everything that you're thinking of might come up, and if it doesn't, please do feel free to put questions in the comments below and give us a follow, and I'll always endeavour to answer the questions to the best of my knowledge and ability and experience. So, first up from Brooks, their range of support type shoes are often identified by the letters GTS, go to support, or now as they kind of change those letters towards guide rail technology system. And that is identified by a stripy section that's often called out on the shoes, on the medial side, under the arch, and on the lateral side. Now, it may not be immediately obvious, but you have got a little bit of striping there. We've got other shoes where it's very clearly called out. With some of the newer models, they're making it a little bit more subtle and the colour isn't as obvious, but it will say on the shoe. So the shoes we're going to look at today are the Glycerin GTS 23, the Adrenaline GTS 25, the Addiction GTS 15, and the Beast GTS 24. So there's four main options that provide, they're your day-to-day training shoes from the brand. Brooks do have a couple of other GTS type shoes which are lighter, more racer trainers, and I think they're the general support stability type shoes for that category. But if you've got flat feet, you want to stick to one of these four, I think, for everyday use, walking, running and training. Okay, so first up we'll look at the Brooks Glycerin GTS 23. Now it's the latest model, it's the 2026 update to this shoe, and it's the range topping stability daily training shoe. Okay, so we've got lots of cushioning in here. It's the brand's nitrogen injected foam. It's injected in two parts, smaller cells in the heel to make it nice and soft. Larger cells in the heel, smaller cells in the forefoot. Soft in the heel, responsive in the forefoot. Okay, and with the guide rails. The guide rails kind of work the same in all these four shoes. So I'll kind of explain what they're about. They are essentially an extension of the cushioning that sits higher on the medial and lateral side. So it creates a cup for the heel bone and the rear foot to sit in. The idea being when the foot lands, if it was to rotate outwards, i.e. supinate, as that can be referred to, the guide rail on the lateral side catches you and keeps you in. And if you pronate or overpronate, excessively rolling inwards, then the guide rail, the firmer section, the higher raised section on the medial side of the shoe stops you from rotating in and overpronating. So on all the shoes, they cup the heel, provide stability and provide general support. Now, if you have got flat feet, there are lots of other shoes from lots of other brands, but I think the Brooks ones are particularly good because generally people with flatter feet, if you've got a traditional medial post, that's where a shoe's got a firmer section within the shoe, it can possibly provide or create irritation under the arch. There might be a little bit of friction, blistering. So because of the dynamic nature in which the guide rails centre the foot, it tends to work very well, particularly for people with flat feet, as well as for people walking and running. The Glycerin itself, like I say, it's the range topping shoe. It is the plushest cushion shoe. It's got the nicest upper, a triple jacquard engineered mesh upper. It's very plush, lots of padding around the ankle and the heel collar into the Achilles, nice stretchy ankle collar here. It's the top of the range support running shoe, and it's a daily trainer. It's very durable, very plush, got a nice energized feel in it, very versatile shoe. So the Glycerin GTS 23 would be my recommendation for runners with flat feet if you're looking for the Brooks shoe. Now, the next model down the range, and probably one of the most popular shoes for a very long time, is the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 25. Now, this is, I guess, your mid-range, probably the best value model in the range from the brand. And again, it provides the guide rail technology system supporting the foot on the medial side through the arch and on the lateral side here as well. It's a very balanced foot. And this is a very versatile shoe. It's a little bit lighter than the Glycerin, but it's still got the nitrogen injected foam. It's injected in one piece, so it's the same density, the same level of cushioning throughout the shoe. But its versatility makes it a shoe that's great for everyday running, yes, but for people that just want a lighter shoe that provides support if you've got flat feet, it's just super comfortable and it's very versatile. I've been selling this shoe for many, many years, and I've got now people that are playing paddleball, doing high rocks, just general gym activities as well as walking. The Adrenaline is available in an all black version as well as multiple widths. So that adds to its versatility, as well as it being a running shoe. You can wear it for walking and for work. So I think that's what makes the Adrenaline GTS 25 a very popular shoe. The next shoe is the Brooks Beast GTS 24. Now the Brooks Beast has for a very long time been the brand's most stable, most supportive shoe. Now it has got good cushioning in it, but it's still a very big shoe. It's a very sturdy shoe and it provides a lot of support. So for people with flat feet, as well as motion control issues that need a lot of stability, perhaps they are excessively pronating, or they've just got very broad feet as well. This shoe is available in up to a 4E width fitting, so it accommodates a lot of people. And yes, it can be a great running shoe. It's got the nitrogen injected foam. It does have the guide rail technology system, and if you've got flat feet, provides a lot of support and stability. But it's also a very durable shoe. So for bigger people, for heavier runners, it's a great shoe. It's very durable as well. It's just, yes, it is a little bit heavier. But if you're a bigger guy, it provides lots of support. It's a broad base, it's a straighter last as well. That provides a little bit more volume within the shoe, and it does add to the stability, particularly if you've got flat, overpronated feet. It's just a real workhorse shoe. It's still available 24 years at least. It's a 24th version down the line from when they first introduced the shoe, rather. And it's still going strong. I'm still selling these on quite a regular basis, and people still come back to this shoe. It is usually available in a plain black colour as well. So again, Very good for people that want a very durable, very supportive shoe. If you've got flat feet, you want to wear a shoe for work as well. So that's the Beast GTS 24. And finally, the Brooks Addiction GTS 15. Now, the Addiction is the least expensive of the GTS type shoes for daily training. And whilst it is a very, very stable running shoe, again, I think it's great for everyday use, for walking, for work, for, again, the bigger guy or girl with broader feet, a lot of volume in the upper of this shoe. And again, up to 4E width availability. In this shoe, we've not got the nitrogen injected form. It's a more traditional compression molded EVA form, but lots of support. Large guide rails down the medial side. It really does provide a lot of support. Again, straight elastic, broader base, support. The shoe just screams support, but it also screams durability. It's a very good value shoe, provides a lot of support, and it's comfortable, relatively light, given the amount of cushioning and the overall stability, shape and structure, the durability of the shoe. So it's a real workhorse shoe and one for general day-to-day use. So what we've got in the whole lineup, I'll run through. We've got the Addiction, okay? This is your traditional compression molded EVA support. Lots of width options, black colour available as well. Broad base, lots of support if you've got wider, flatter feet, if you want a general day-to-day shoe. If you want a day-to-day shoe that you want to do a bit of running in as well, go for the Beast GTS. That's got your nitrogen injected form. Again, lots of support, broad base, straight elastic, up to 4E. Versatile walking, work and running shoe. If you're slanting more towards running and you want a lighter, slightly softer running shoe base kind of feel with support, but again, can handle everyday use, then the Adrenaline GTS 25, unbeatable. Probably the best value shoe in the category, to be honest. And then if it's out and out running, you've got flat feet, you want the support, the Glycerin GTS 23. So 4 options there that range from out and out daily training down to work use and everyday use, just walking, kicking about. Lots to choose. Great options for people with flat feet. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions on this one. If you have got flat feet, generally you're going to want a well-fitting shoe that accommodates the width of the foot as well, that provides some guidance and support. Okay, thanks for watching. This is Find My Footwear, and we'll see you again very soon.